Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at dividing terms. So for this first question here, we've got 20ab divided by b. So what I'm going to do for this question is I'm going to write that out actually as a fraction. So I've got 20ab and I'm dividing everything by b. We do this because it makes it a bit easier to see which terms that we can cancel out. So if here we've got a term of b on top and a term of b on the bottom. So I can cancel the term of b on the top with this term of b on the bottom. So all we've got left in that fraction there is 20a on the top and nothing else. So that's that question fully simplified. Okay, so let's take a look at some more examples. So for this first question here, we've got 24xy divided by 4xy. So I can cancel the term of x on top with the term of x on the bottom. I've also got a term of y on top that I can cancel with the term on the bottom. So all I'm left with really is 24 divided by 4. So 24 divided by 4 is 6, and that's that one fully simplified. Okay, for this next question, we've got ABC all divided by BCD. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're looking for terms that appear in both the numerator and the denominator. So we've got a term of b in both, so I can cancel this term of b here with this term of b here. And then I've also got a c that appears in the numerator and denominator. So this c cancels with this c. Okay, so what are we left over with? Well, we're left over with a on the numerator and we're left with d on the denominator. So we've got a divided by d, different terms, so we can't do anything more with them, so that's it in its simplest form. Okay, for this next question, we've got 21ef all divided by 7e. So first of all, I'm going to look for the letters in both the numerator and denominators, which we can cancel. I'm sure you can see here that we've got a term of e in both, so I can cancel this term of e on the top with this term on the bottom here. So that now leaves me with 21f on the top and just 7 on the bottom. Now we've got 21f divided by 7, so we do 21 divided by 7, that's going to give us 3, lots of f overall. Okay, so for this next one we've got xyz all divided by 5xz. So we've got the term of x in the numerator, we can cancel with the term of x in the denominator. We've got a term of z on top, we can cancel with the term of z on bottom. So there's nothing else we can cancel out, so what are we left with? Well, we've got y on top and 5 on the bottom. So that's simplified would just simply be y over 5. Okay, now let's take a look at some more difficult examples. Okay, so for this next question, we've got 18x squared all divided by 6x. So we've actually got indices involved in this one, so we're going to write it out a bit more in depth, just so it makes it a bit easier to break down. So we've got 18x squared, which just means 18 multiplied by x squared, which we know is x multiplied by x. And then we're dividing that by 6x, which is just 6 multiplied by x. So again, just like we did in all the other questions, we're looking for terms that we can cancel now. So I've got a term of x on top and a term of x on the bottom, which I can cancel. Now I've got no more terms of letters that I can cancel on the bottom. So what are we left with? Well, we're left with 18 multiplied by x, which is just 18x, all over, and then on the bottom we're left with 6. So we've simplified it so far to 18x divided by 6. We can then simplify that further. So we've got 18x divided by 6. So we just do 18 divided by 6, which is 3. So we'd be left with 3 lots of x. Okay, so for the next question, we've got 4a squared b all divided by 2ab. So I'm going to do the same thing here as well. I'm going to write it out in full. So we've got 4 multiplied by a squared, which is a times a. And then we're timesing that by b. And then on the denominator, we'd have 2 multiplied by a multiplied by b for 2ab. So let's cancel some of these terms. Well, I've got a term of b that I can cancel with the term of b there. I've also got a term of a on top, which I can cancel with the term of a on the bottom. Now I've run out of terms of letters on the bottom, so what have we got left over? We've got 4 multiplied by a on top, which is just 4a, and then on the bottom we're just left with 2. So now we've got 4a divided by 2, which is just 2 lots of a. Okay, so for this next question we've got 3x squared y squared all divided by 9x squared y. So again, writing that in full, I've got on the numerator 3 multiplied by x squared, which we know is x times x. And then we've got times y squared, which is times y times y. And then on the denominator, we've got 9 multiplied by x squared, which again is x times x. And then we've got a term of y, so multiply by y. So again, cancelling these terms, what do we get? Well, I can cancel this term of y here with this term of y on the bottom. I've got a term of x on top, which I can cancel with a term on the bottom. I've also got another term of x on top, which I can cancel with a term on the bottom. So now I've run out of terms of letters on the bottom, so what are we left with? Well, we've got 3 times y on the top, which is just 3y. And then we're just left with 9 on the bottom. So now we've got 3y divided by 9. So in terms of the numbers, we've got the 3 divided by 9, which is actually a third. So we'd end up, and bringing the y back, we'd have a third of y, which is the correct answer, but we can also write this as y over 3. Okay, and for our final question today, we've got 45x cubed yz squared, all divided by 5xyz. So again, writing this out in full, we've got 45 multiplied by x cubed, which is x multiplied by x multiplied by x. And we're going to times that by, we've got a term of y, so times by y. And then we're multiplying by z squared, so z multiplied by z. And then on the bottom, we've just got 5xyz, which is 5 multiplied by x multiplied by y multiplied by z. Okay, so cancelling terms we can. We've got a z on top, a z on bottom, which we can cancel. A term of y on top, a term of y on the bottom, and a term of x on top, and a term of x on the bottom. So there's no terms of letters on the bottom. So now let's just simplify it. So on the top, what are we left with? We've got 45 times x times z. So we've got 45, and then we've got x times x, which is x squared, and then we've got a z times yz, so just z. And then we're dividing all of that by 5. So we've got 45 x squared z all divided by 5. So we're just going to do the numbers. So we've got 45 divided by 5, which is 9. So we'd be left over with 9 x squared z. Well, I hope you found today's video useful. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing. If there are any specific topics you'd like me to go through next, then please let me know in the comments. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.